application layer, Tally for example. Looking at the IT general control, whether I can go and delete a file, simple example, or let us say I can go and tamper with the database, another example. So these are IT general and governance controls. Identify, analyze the internal control weaknesses, report the risks, most important last step, assess these risks from the business and reporting perspective and redesign or adjust your other audit procedures. So that is where the key lies. So broadly this is how it represents, which I have just briefly elaborated. And there are these controls. I wouldn't like to go into the details of this for want of time, but these are some of those controls which you need to look at as part of this. So where is the future of the profession? This is what Gartner top 10 is for 2011. Believe me, we are getting into a kind of era wherein you don't know how to define internal control unless and until you understand the forest of technology employed by the organization. So what is looking at? We are looking at cloud computing. What does cloud computing mean? Organizations are now here with a juicy idea saying that, hey, you just put all your applications, your data onto those clouds. What is clouds? Some kind of systems which are managed by somebody else for you, something like your Gmail or Google systems, wherein you get all your services. You don't have to bother about anything on IT, no investment, nothing, very, very small. You're looking at a 90% saving there in costs. If that is the case, obviously it is like the mobile. You know there is benefit in it. You will not think twice before adopting it because security is always an afterthought. So you're looking at more and more organizations which in the next 3 years are going to adopt cloud computing. One of the very high inherent risks for auditors, whether you're a statutory auditor or internal auditor, that is something which is to be carefully looked into. Looking at mobile technologies, maximum information is now getting pushed from the servers into your handhelds, which is again a very risky idea because you're looking at the kind of systems like Android. It is fabulous. I mean, they are so good. But what they also enable is information which can be leaked right across systems all over the world. So you're looking at a very high risk there. Social communication and collaboration, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, etc., which I told you. Looking at next generation analytics, there is going to be quite a lot of social analytics combined with transaction analytics. You're going to look at information being available outside the organization. A simple question you can ask yourself, how many of you have tried to Google out your name in Google? You will be amazed to find it in so many places where you never even posted it. So looking at organizations now really guarding their information, guarding their internal controls, which is going to be pretty serious. Ubiquitous computing. I mean, you are now looking at wearable systems. I don't need to carry a mobile anywhere now. I'll have one which will get, at this length, the information will be on a screen, which only I can see. My spectacles, which I'll be wearing, will have the mobiles in that. So we are looking at those kind of systems there, cameras which are fitted onto those mobiles. So if this is the kind of thing we are looking at, imagine all the audit committee meetings, without you knowing, everything will go recorded and will get aired in one of those channels. So you're looking at significant amount of information leakage, information protection issues in the future. Recently there was one of the grandest threat, I would say, phishing attacks. This was one software which automated stealing of money from bank accounts. And they were very successful with this automated. It is a virus, kind of, which will go and steal your money automatically. Take the password from you, religiously go and search for it in your whichever bank website, log into that, wipe the money out. The beauty is, when you log in again, it will show you with the balance. So you'll never suspect it. So those are the kind of threats we are looking at. So with the future, looking at extended enterprises, more and more extension, because competition is forcing that. E-commerce, M-commerce, automated banking and payment systems, very high risk, very, very high risk. RTGS, NEFT, Check 21, truncation, all these are coming in a very big way. These are systems where in just a click of a button you can transfer millions. So you're looking at how these systems are to be protected. IFRS is the next big thing to happen. Got an expert here who will be speaking to you on that. But IFRS is going to introduce new amount of concerns how to deploy technology. Because your consolidation, your mapping, your valuation is going to completely be ingrained into the system. If that is wrong, entire thing goes wrong. So where we are looking at that. Cyber threats, data protection, privacy, IT regulations now coming in every field. So looking at, already I spoke to you about the IT Act requirement, imposing conditions on the body corporate. So looking at quite a lot of significant risks which are coming in. And so the question is, what if you still ignore IT controls? Please understand, you are putting to risk all these basic tenets of auditing. A, automated recording and accounting. You're looking at automated transactions, the internal control in those. E-contracts and electronic mails. On an email, if you say, yes, I agree, it is a contract, is valid in the court of law. So you need to now look at it and say, okay, was there any change in the terms of the contract, which is the basis of some of the transactions? Audit of electronic records is now compulsorily provided under Section 7A of the Information Technology Act, not the Income Tax Act, wherein you need to now look at electronic records as part of your audit. So you can't say, I don't know about it. So you need to now really inventorize what the electronic records are. Going concern is a big concept. If your systems don't exist, tomorrow you can't run your business. So you're looking at going concern from that perspective, operational control from that perspective. Authorizations. Authorizations are now embedded, maker, checker. All the authorizations are coming into the software, ERPs, Tally, whatever it be. So looking at all these controls going in. Emails, lot of business flows, authorizations happen on emails. Manual voice systems, SMS transactions, which is again happening in a big way. Digital signatures are coming in a big way. So we are looking at quite a lot of these areas, asset control, payment mechanism, which are really now forming a big concern. So the key takeaways are, let us understand one thing very clearly. If there is no IT, today, there is no business. I'm sure all of you agree with that. If there is no IT audit, there is no internal external audit. That's the extension of it. Because you can't look at an environment without understanding the risks thereof. IT controls failure can be silent, but it can impact, can be disastrous to the business. It can be, for example, like the Jerome Travail, what he did to Societe Generale, $7 billion. How did it happen? Application control failure. Simple. IT controls testing should be planned, executed from a business risk perspective, and integrated into other audits. And you have to ensure that the right audit techniques and methods are applied so that audit objective gets achieved. Results should be viewed from an integrated perspective. With that, let us understand, remind ourselves, if there is no information, there cannot be business. And today, this information has gone into all those maze of information systems. If integrity of information underlying the transaction is not understood, how can we deliver audit? So, the future belongs to those who prepare for it today. That's what Malcolm X said. With that, thank you so much. I think I crossed my time by 2 minutes. Thank you so much for the listening. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.